Good evening, femmes, and welcome back to Femininity by Rachel V. I am your host, Rachel V, and I am, again, always excited to bring you another episode. So tonight, we are going to be talking about reinventing yourself to become more feminine. I feel like I may have touched on this in one of my previous episodes, but it's always good to reintroduce different things that I have discovered on the way, on my journey to becoming more feminine myself. For the listeners and the viewers who are new and have newly subscribed to the channel, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being a part of the femininity community. Here we are a group of women that want to heighten and improve our feminine senses, auras, presence. We want to do a lot of self-improvement, things like that. I always say my channel, the community, is not about getting a man, keeping a man, anything like that. It's more about us as women. So now that I've gotten that out the way, welcome. I want to get a couple, things said before I get started. One of the things is the new Femininity Brunch is going to be September the 18th. That is September the 18th. And if you are a part of the community group text, you will get, or you should have already received the information for the brunch. The brunch is going to be for the community women. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a way for all of us women to connect, build relationships, solid friendships, sisterhoods. And if you have a business, you'll be able to network, speak to some of the entrepreneur women that are in the group. So you can really benefit by coming to this brunch. We are going to have plenty of video, plenty of food, plenty of beautiful women that are, excited about, their feminine journeys. So that is going to be September the 18th. I'm really excited about that. If you are not already a part of the Femininity group text, please come join us. All you have to do is text 305-614-1916 and text the word femininity, and we will add you to that group. The good thing about being a part of that community is you get exclusive text messages every day from myself. I curate the text messages, affirmations, along with my team. And, it's just a really good way to keep yourself in your aura, to keep yourself energized, present, positive, because that's what we're all about. It's just like, positive energy, things like that, all of those things. I want to take the time to read our affirmations that went out today, and this kind of goes along with the new episode that we're doing tonight, and that's basically reinventing yourself to become more feminine. Every season is your season, even the ones you don't like. There's your learning lesson, your growing season, your healing season, your resting season, your winning season. All of them are for your benefit, and they all take turns. So embrace them all. So you guys know, if you guys don't know, I started back with my feminine journey around the pandemic, and I have been a girl boss and entrepreneur for 20 years, probably 20 years plus. And over the time that I have been like a girl boss, I became more aggressive, just more living more in my masculine energy than my feminine energy. I remember being very like just forward, blunt with everything I said, like very on guard, very like straight to the point, didn't have a lot of time for conversation, didn't have a lot of time to nurture, I just, I was extremely hard and I didn't like it. Being in this day and age, we have a lot of girl bosses, we have a lot of entrepreneurs, we have a lot of women that are running households, and they are, doing their best. But sometimes, we don't have a male presence, so we have to take on the feminine side and the masculine side. And sometimes when I talk about our masculine sides, it is okay. But us as women, we shouldn't live in that masculine side for too long. And, it can affect a lot of things in our day-to-day, in our personal life, with our kids, things like that. We are created as women. Women were created to be creatives. Think about that. Like, we were created to be creatives. Like, we bring a whole life into this world. Yes, we have, males that, give us the seed, will give us the, sperm for the seed or whatever. But we are the ones that are creating this being, and we should treat ourselves like creators. One of the things, and we're going to talk about 5 things that make us more feminine and what you can do to reinvent being more feminine. Reinvent yourself to be more feminine. The first thing I want to talk about is softness. Like softness in everything you do. Whether it's driving your car, whether it's talking to your friends, or talking to your mate, or talking to your coworkers. It's something about that softness in your voice that really soothes a situation. It can really create, remember, I used the word create. It can really create a very healing environment when we use our words and we say them very softly. Whenever I speak to people, I know I have a difference. I have a different side. A lot of times I try my best to make sure I am speaking very softly, very calmly, and very in a soothing way. That masculine side comes out of me when, I have to do, be assertive at work or, just something like that. But 9 times out of 10, our voices has a healing property, period. Our voices have a healing property, and we should use that to our advantage, and we should also use that in our day-to-day. When you're speaking to your man, you shouldn't be yelling. And this is what, I'm not saying that this is law. I'm just saying this is what helps me. And I say this all the time. You get more things with honey than you do with salt. So whenever I'm speaking to a male, I make sure that I talk very softly. I'm very calm. I am also listening. But when you're soft in everything you do, soft in the way you wear your hair, the way our look should be soft as women. They have this thing going around on TikTok, and it's called the clean girl aesthetic, right? And I noticed that when I was like researching it, I kind of came across it, and the clean girl aesthetic reminded me. I didn't take it the way other people was taking it. Like they were kind of going back and forth. They were saying like, it's like the brown girl insult, something like that. But I didn't take it like that. I took it like, cause I know what the clean girl aesthetic is, and I'm going to explain it to you guys. A clean girl aesthetic is a soft way. It's a soft way to look. And I talk about looking soft, feeling soft, living a soft life. So your look as a feminine woman should be soft. And how you do that is you don't want to do too much of anything. You know how we have like, different extensions and different colors, and all of those things are great, but they shouldn't take over your look. And a lot of times we think, oh my God, the more, the better. And that's not always the case. When you want to live a soft life, you want to have the clean girl aesthetic, you want to come off as very feminine, you want to take things down a notch. And doing things like, enhancements like lashes, makeup, extensions, you want to keep those things at a minimum, and you want to make sure they're not overpowering your natural beauty, your natural look, because all of us have a natural beauty. All of us have a natural look. All of us have a natural aesthetic, and you don't want to lose that in enhancements. I'm going to give you an example for myself. It's two ways that it's a couple ways I like to wear my hair. And it's always very simple. You guys know I do hair. I've been doing hair for forever, over 20 years. And, I am the last person to get my hair done, always. But I keep my hair very simple. It's either straight, part down the middle, or I wear it straight on the side. I'm either wearing 4 inches. It's not a lot of hair. I just, add in my clip-ins. Or if I'm doing like a U part, it's very simple. It's never like a lot going on with my hair. I like my hair very simple. I like to wear ponytails because I like to see my face, or I wear my hair up or half up, half down. Those are the way I wear my hair. It's either going to be straight or curly. I don't wear curly hair that often, but when I do, you'll get a glimpse of it. But I keep my hair very simple. My edges are always nicely curated. And I'm never gonna, you never can say never, but my intentions are never to do too much when it comes to my look. And my look is my hair. I like to keep my hair very simple. My ends are always going to be trimmed. My hair is always going to be nicely combed and brushed wherever I go. When I'm at the gym, my hair is in a ponytail, really tight, or it's in like a curly ponytail. Even when I go to the gym, I am going to keep it simple and I am going to keep it neat. This is what they mean by clean girl aesthetic. It goes along with feminine aesthetic. Same thing with my makeup. My makeup is very little. I use concealer and a little bit of tinted moisturizer. That's what I have on right now. And, I have on a red lip. And I'm going to explain why I have on red and white, because this is it's going along with the femininity thing and how I feel and how I am able to, stay in my feminine aura. Also with my nails, I had a time where my nails was really long and I was wearing like bright green and, different kinds of colors, which those things are fine. But I have moved away from those things because I think that it became too much. I like very simple nails. I like nude pinks. My shape is very simple. It can transform with any outfit. It goes along with any outfit that I'm wearing for that day, for that week, anything like that. I just like to keep it simple, clean, simple, feminine. What else? The way I dress. So tonight, if you guys are watching, I have on a white dress and red lipstick. These two things make me feel so feminine. That's another thing, ladies. You want to figure out what you wear makes you feel good. And let me rephrase that. You want to figure out what makes you feel good as a woman. What makes me feel good as a woman? I like white. I love white. I love black too. But I do more black when I want to feel very masculine almost. Not masculine, but I want to get things done. I want to be taken very seriously, that kind of thing. That's when I wear black. But when I'm wearing white, it just makes me feel angelic. It makes me feel soft. It makes me feel very beautiful. And the red lipstick is just, without being said, every beautiful woman from Marilyn Monroe, Lena Horne, all of these women wore red lipstick. And red lipstick for me is just it's just so beautiful. And it's just something about the color for me. When I wear red lipstick, I don't have to wear anything else. I can just put on my tinted moisturizer, put my liquid liner on, and that's it. It just makes me feel so pretty, so soft, so feminine, So that's one thing that you guys can do to feel like you are really recreating and reinventing yourself as a more feminine woman. Doing things in a soft way, your speaking, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you walk, even that, even the way you walk is something. You ever hear someone before you see them and it's because they are slaying their feet, they're dragging their feet across the floor? Ladies, if you want to be more feminine and you want people to look at you as a feminine woman, you want to raise your feet. So you want to not drag your feet across the floor. I can hear flip-flops and flat sandals sliding across the floor. That drives me crazy. It also shows a little bit of laziness, and it also comes off very not confident. When you walk in a room, you shouldn't hear a slide. You should see the person. You shouldn't hear the person. And like I said, this is just how I feel and what makes me stay in my feminine aura. I'm never going to be stomping across the floor. You're never going to hear my footsteps being heavy. Everything is going to be done in a soft way. Everything. The next thing, I always talk about, things like what you see every day, what you listen to, the type of music, podcast, TV shows. All of these things play a part in our feminine energies. And I don't watch anything that has violence in it. It was a point in time in the pandemic where I watched Ozark. I did like Ozark, but things shows urban shows like Love and Hip Hop or Power, I wouldn't watch those things. One, it reminds me of my childhood. When I was younger, I used to hear about younger boys. I'm from Baltimore, so I used to hear someone got shot or something happened, or it's just a bunch of violence. So that was kind of a trigger for me. So me watching those kind of shows and put you in your masculine, you got to be on guard, or you got to be defending, or you got to be watching out. It was just a lot for me. So paying attention to what I watch, I will watch things I can't remember the shows now, but it would be like love stories or stuff like what else? Like just like, you know, inviting movies, like things that I wanted to see myself as, or, you know, movies that I wanted to see women in a good light, not women like sleeping around or, you know, doing masculine things. I just didn't want to see that. I don't like to see women fighting. I don't like to see women like cussing a lot. I cuss, but it's not that much. I just didn't want that in my psyche. Same thing with the music. Now, I listen to my trap music here and there. I listen to, you know, the City Girls and, you know, things like that. But more than likely, I'm listening to things like Anita Baker, or I'm listening to Maxwell, or something just more soothing to my ears, something that's putting me in that very sexy, you know, I am that girl type of mode. Beyonce has an amazing album. If you ladies have not listened to that album, that right there should put you all the way in your feminine space. But things like what you listen to, like in the morning time when I get up, I listen to meditation music. I listen to the ocean kind of like meditation music, and I love rain. Anytime it rains, ladies, it just puts me in this soothing, soft mood, this soothing, soft space where I just feel so safe and just ready to like relax, you know? So what you listen to plays a really big part in your mood and how you feel and how you approach, you know, your life for that day, you know, or, you know, approach your day. So listening to like different things like, you know, self-help books, you probably can listen to, you know, that these type of things will help, you know, you on your feminine journey. And it's really all about, you know, a routine, having like a daily routine. I talk about this all the time. This is the third thing. You want to have a daily routine. You want to be able to create something that is yours. Create something that you don't deviate from. Create something that can keep you balanced. It can keep you on track. And I'm telling you, this will help you with your feminine journey. I'm going to share some of the things that I do, some of the things that I enjoy. You ladies know I've been working out. If you follow me on Instagram, I am burning the gym up. I have to say, I am beyond proud of myself. I have been the last maybe 3 months, I've been on my workout tip. And one of the things that was holding me back from working out, not from working out, but from me losing the weight and, you know, getting back to the size that I was. I was 156 pounds, I think. And I got right now 150. I'm very happy. I want to lose another 10 pounds. And one of the things that was really jacking me up is the food that I was eating. So whenever I would go back to Baltimore and I would hang out, you know, with my boyfriend or whatever, he would be feeding the mess out of me. And I would be like, oh my God, I cannot eat like this. So since maybe the last month, I have been putting myself in a calorie deficit. And what that is that, you know, I have been really disciplined about what I eat, how many times I eat. You know, I haven't been drinking. I have not had a drink of anything. And I also want a glass of wine. But until I lose that 10 pounds that I want to lose, I am not going to do it. But I have been very dedicated to my workout. So that's one thing that I do. I do that in the morning. As soon as I get up, I come downstairs, I take my pre-workout, I take my protein, I get my bottle of water, get myself dressed. And I'm on my way out the door to go run. I do the Stairmaster. I do the treadmill, and I do my weights. And I'm really seeing results. And it's really, I'm telling you, girls, I have a whole lineup of dresses that I cannot wait to wear and take pictures in. I feel amazing right now. I'm telling you, I feel amazing. Amazing. Another thing that I do for my regimen is my skincare. In the pandemic, my skin was a hot mess. I was so insecure. I was so sad. That's one of the things I do not play with is my skin, my body and my skin, the way I look, my knees, my elbows. I like flawless skin everywhere. And I was really, really battling with my skin and the discoloration. I had a lot of discoloration on my face, and it was bothering me. It was taking a toll on me. I didn't want to take pictures. I didn't want to take videos. I didn't want to do anything. And I just really just was like, I just can't. So, when you wear makeup over scarring and things like that, you really can see it. You have to wear heavier makeup. And like I always tell you guys, I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I like to wear as little makeup as possible. So, when I was going through like my skin, I was like, you know what? I got to really figure out what's going to work for me. So I found, some products I researched, I found me like a corrective cream, things like that. And I just started making sure that I did my regimen every single day, every single night. And I made sure that I wore sunscreen, because I have to be honest, I was like really not taking my skincare that serious, because I always had good skin. It's just my mom had good skin, so I always had good skin. So I was just, taking for granted that I had good skin. So I just was, doing whatever, going to bed without washing my face, just not caring, and, it took my skin to be out of whack for me to be like, girl, you have to get your skin together. So that's another thing that I do, my skincare regimen. I make sure that my skin, I do that, and that is on point. The next thing, you guys know, my environment, the way my room looks, the way my house look, all of that has to be in a certain way. It has to look a certain way. I cannot have a mess. It makes me feel sad. I can't be creative. Remember, we are here to be creative. I can't create. I can't think straight when I am not in a beautiful environment. It's also my drives to like my destinations, like my frequent destinations, like my drive home. I take a certain route home. If I take one street down, okay, it takes me about 10 minutes to get home. I don't like that route. I take the longer route to get home, the pretty little landscapey way to get home, because I like to see things look beautiful. It's important to me to romanticize every part of my life. And, I'll take the longer way to get home because I want to see my ride home pretty. I just do. I know it may sound crazy, but this is how I stay in my feminine aura. It's just something about what I see, what I allow myself to see, what I allow myself to hear, what I allow myself to say. These type of things help me stay within my feminine aura. It helps me stay soft. It helps me stay happy, all of those things. What else I do for my routine? I make sure that I cook frequently. I don't know what it is about women that cook, but women that cook, girls, if you don't know how to cook, let's cook together. I happen to know how to cook very, very, very well. And it's very therapeutic for me, like cooking and making my own dishes and putting my seasonings together and, just making my plate pretty. And I don't know what it is, but it's a very feminine act. I think, and this is just how I feel, I think all women should learn to cook. Even if you can't cook, let's not make that a norm. Let's normalize knowing how to cook. We should know how to make a meal for ourselves. And it's easy. Like, just make the same meal all the time. Like, just cook for yourself. It is the most uplifting thing ever. Like, coming downstairs, making my like little cute girl coffee, putting my fruit in a bowl, making my new like nice little vegan burrito, those kind of things keep us in our feminine space. It keeps us in our feminine aura. So cooking is one thing that I do for my routine. Another thing is dancing. Whenever I am listening to music, I did a podcast and they had asked me a couple of questions about the same topic we're talking about tonight, and about, just staying in my feminine aura, how I do it, this and that. And it came up that I dance. So years ago, I used to dance at school, and I was like the head of like this modern dance kind of group. And then I did that all through high school. And dancing for me, it puts me in like this goddess feeling. It's like whenever you like dance in a mirror, just think about it. Like, think about your favorite song. Think about something that makes you feel really good. Like something that makes you feel like, yeah, I'm going to get him. The next time I see him, ooh, I am going to get him. I am going to put it on him. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ladies, whatever gives you that feeling, that tingly feeling inside, and you want to be like at home, and you want to dance, and you want to sing in the mirror, and you want to have your hair done, and you want to have that dress on, and you want to just dance. You want to just dance. You want to move your body. You want to see what makes you feel good, what makes you feel sexy, and you want to practice this in the mirror. I do it all the time. When I was a little girl, I used to watch my mother dance. She used to like jump in the living room and like do like all these little laughing things she used to do. And she used to listen to like Luther Vandross and like Anita Baker and like Patti LaBelle and all of those extra, well, not Luther, but all of these extra feminine women, like dance to their music. Find somebody that you like, that you can dance to. Now, I'm not talking about the toxic R&B. Listen, I like toxic R&B too, a little bit. I'm talking more of like the self-love R&B. That R&B that makes you feel really good. It doesn't make you feel like you're ready to stab somebody for hurting you or anything like that. You want to get that kind of music in your system that just makes you want to just hug and love on yourself and get dressed and do your makeup and do your hair and just do things that make you feel pretty. Right? Okay, so the next thing I do for my routine is, I told you guys about the flowers. I buy my flowers, all of that stuff. And I make sure that I go to bed at a decent time. I aim to be in bed by 11 because I get up so early. Sometimes it might be 12. It might be, I don't know. But I try to go to bed at a decent time. I try to make sure I drink me some like nice tea to help me go to bed. And what else do I do? Hold on. That goes with my routine. Oh, I love to read. Reading something, girls, if you can try to read something, I'm not going to say once a month because I know people are busy, but if you can kind of feed your mind with positivity or feed your mind with something that you don't know about, something that you want to learn. Right now, I'm reading this book about human behaviors. And I'm learning so much from that book. It's just so empowering. And it just makes you feel good when you're learning as a woman and you're learning different things and you're learning different things about yourself. Routine wise, self-care, girls. All of this stuff is self-care. But making sure you do something nice for yourself. Like, going to a spa, going to get your hair and your nails done. That should be a given. I don't know how many times I have witnessed this in my career as being a hairdresser, but one of the things I notice, especially when women get married, they will stop doing the basics for themselves. And ladies, the basics, the absolute basics is getting your hair and your nails done. those are things that are always going to make you feel feminine. And those are things that you should never stop doing. I mean, I know it's not good to never say never because, life comes up, things happen. But if you got to do your hair yourself, do it yourself. If you have to do your nails yourself, do them yourself. These are things that you have to do. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know the last time I met a male that did not have a haircut. When men are having hard times, baby, they are going to get their haircut. They are not going to play about their groom. They are not going to play about that. They are not going to do it. I don't know the last time I've heard that from a male. So why should we? Why should, if we are having a hard time at life, finances, anything like that, we should not stop taking care of ourselves. That right there, you have to do, girls. Like, you have to get in that space, because what's going to happen is you're going to become resentful. When you're not looking the way you want to look, and you're not feeling the way you want to feel, you are going to start feeling resentful. And I'm going to tell you who you're going to resent. If you got daughters and they look cute, they got their nails done, they got their hair done, you're going to start picking on them. Why you ain't wash some dishes? Why you ain't clean your room? Why you ain't do that? You're going to be doing all of that. Same thing with the man. You're going to see your husband or your boyfriend walking around with his hair cut, and he's going to go have a drink with his boys, and you're going to be picking a fight. Same thing with your girlfriends. You're going to see your girlfriend, walking around all cute and sexy. She just came from the gym. She done got her new nice manicure done, and she got her hair done. You're going to be looking at her like, you don't want to become resentful. So that's why you got to do things for yourself, and you have to put yourself first. Girls, the routine, stick to your routine. That will help you stay within your feminine aura. I'm telling you, create a routine and stick to it. You have to do things that make you feel good. You do. We do so much for other people because we are women. We do so much for other people in our day-to-day that we have to do things for ourselves. We have to save things for ourselves. And if you're not going to put yourself first, please remember to stay with your routine. Whatever you create for yourself, make sure you stay. The fourth thing that you can do to stay in your feminine grace, your feminine aura, your presence feels feminine, ladies, is, making sure that who you talk to on a day-to-day basis is a positive force and a positive being. You don't want to be talking, and I know that we have these long friendships. I know that we have these relationships with people, but if it's not being productive or making you feel good, you have to start eliminating things and eliminating energies that are not helping you on your journey to reinventing yourself as a feminine woman. Now, if you have that girlfriend that's always ready, always calling and having something negative to say about someone, about her relationship, about her job, about her money, or about the way things are going in her life, curving those conversations sometimes, or I'm not saying get rid of the person or anything like that, but sometimes just removing yourself a little bit, because if they're not asking for advice, or just you're always listening to them vent about the same exact thing over and over again, and you feel like you are being a listening ear, but it's not helping, it's time to kind of remove yourself a little bit from that person. Because let's face it, sometimes we are what we hear, see, what we invite in our lives. That really does play a really big part. And it comes to music, same thing with music, this goes along with what we watch, that kind of thing. You really want to be careful with that kind of thing. And also, like, just like things like when you're working on something, if you're, you want to make sure that the people around you are being supportive and, they have your best interest. Anything negative is, if it's not like criticism that is healthy and, it's not like breaking you down, okay, that's fine. But if it's like real negative and like you just don't feel good when you're talking to the person, let's just, let me just cut it to that. If you do not feel good, anything, any kind of conversation, any kind of interaction that does not serve you, does not make you feel good, that feels like it's going against that feminine aesthetic, that feminine, upgrade that you are working on, let's not do it. Let's not do it. We have to protect our energy, and we have to protect the things that we're working on. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, so number 5, I'm actually going to give you guys 2 bonuses, but I want to talk about number 5. So I never talk about stuff like this, but we're going to talk about it because I talked about it. Maybe I touched on it a little bit of it in my previous episode. Well, the episode, 2 episodes before this one, it was called Pussy Power. And we have to get in the mindset of not like needing another energy to please us. And I want to talk about masturbating. I feel, in my personal opinion, that we should get more comfortable with exploring our own bodies and not depending on a male energy to please us. And I just feel like, and this is in my personal opinion, so you can save yourself the trouble, and you can save yourself the mistake, and you can save yourself the heartache by having the wrong energy in your bed, or you being in the wrong energy's bed. We should take more control over our own bodies and making sure that we please ourselves first. I think masturbation can be a good tool to help you stay on course of your personal development. A lot of times, we may get lonely. We may feel like we are like in this space where we're horny. We want to get that off. Get that off with yourself. Like if you are not with someone that is worthy, or if you're going through something like a breakup, or, you just feel like, oh my God, I have to get this energy out because, sex and sexual tension and things like that, it plays a really big part in our mood, how we feel, things like that. I get it. But girls, femmes, I want you to be more intentional about who you give that energy to. Even if you feel lonely, if you feel like, oh my God, it's been a long time, listen, when you give that to a person that's well deserved of it, okay, fine. But don't just go doing it just cause, like that is something that you want to hold for yourself. So you need to get comfortable. I don't know what you got to do. Go search you some toys. There's plenty of resources online. They have those little rose things, something, things like that. I have even been thinking about adding that to the Femininity, website, like, because I don't think that anything is wrong with it. I just don't want to talk about it. I don't know why I've always been like that kind of squirmishy person, but I'm going to take one for the team and we're going to talk about it. You know how to please yourself. You know what you need to do to please yourself. If you need to get that off, do it with yourself. I don't want you guys or ladies, femmes, I don't want the femmes to become desperate. Like you need somebody to please you. Like you need somebody in the bed with you to hold you at night. Like it just leads to trouble. And there's no need to have the wrong energy in your bed. We're not doing it. We are going to be intentional about who we invite and who we invite inside of us, because that's a big deal. And we can be taken advantage of. And I don't want my femmes being taken advantage of because they feel some kind of way on a night. I don't care if that girlfriend is in your ear talking, girl, go ahead, have a little fun. No, because, that little bit of fun for you might not be the fun. You're not the fun girl. We are feminine women. We don't want to be the fun girls. The way you treat yourself and the way you present yourself now will, set you up for the future. We can't continue to just be free with our bodies. So that's number 5 tip that I have for you guys. Femmes, you need to learn to explore your own bodies. Be comfortable, become more comfortable with masturbation, become more comfortable with self-pleasing yourself, because again, you do not want the wrong energy in your bed. You just don't. Let's not do it. We're not desperate. We don't need to, just have any old body coming through, and not really pouring into you as a woman. You're doing too much self-work. You're doing, you're really, paying attention to your self-love. You're investing in yourself. You're changing your mindset. All of those things. Let's be really intentional. The next thing I want to talk about, and I want to give you guys, like I told you, I was going to give you guys 2 bonuses. Hobbies. Get you some hobbies. Get you a travel partner. Plan a trip. Learn a new business. Hobbies, learn a new business, plan a trip. Get you some busy on. You want to be busy. You want to, do things that make you feel like, oh my gosh, I accomplished this. I feel so good. Like this feels really good. Whether it's you learning how to plant, or you learning how to take care of plant, or if you get like a new animal or cat or dog or whatever, or if you go somewhere where you've never been before and you couldn't imagine being in that place. Plan something, do something for yourself. These things will make you feel more feminine and it'll make you feel good. They'll just take you to a whole nother place. Last and not least, ladies, everything is about mindset. Everything is about mindset. Everything that you want for yourself, make sure you write it down. Everything that I have said today, make sure you write it down. Make sure you say it out loud to yourself, and make sure that you are intentional about your glow up, your feminine reinventation of yourself. You want to make sure you are doing this for you and you only. We have to change our mindset. We are women. We are creative. We are here to create. We are here to be beautiful. We are here to be goddesses. We are here to be soft. We are here to be looked after. Yes, looked after. We are here to be protected. And we do not want to lower our standards. Whatever you set out for yourself, have to change your mindset. It starts with mindset. Ladies, I hope and I pray that you have learned something tonight. I absolutely enjoy doing this and being here for you guys. Like, this is an amazing addition to my life. I love every Monday coming here for you ladies and giving you some amazing tips, jewels, things that you can take away to improve yourself as a woman. Us females, sometimes with today's society, things can be a little bit challenging, but I got you girls. I have you girls, and I'm going to show up for you guys always. I love you, femmes. I want to thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. Films, if you are enjoying the content, please leave me a content. Give me examples of what you would like to hear, different podcasts in the future. That really helps the channel grow. Also, share it with a friend. Don't be stingy. Ladies, if you know a friend that may need this channel, may need, some personal development, want to get back in her feminine aura, maybe she have lost herself, share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. Also, we have a Facebook group called Femininity by Rachel V. I talked to you guys about joining the text affirmations. That is number 305-614-1916. We talked about the Femininity Brunch. That is going to be September the 18th. That is on a Sunday. Tickets will be going on sale. If you're not a part of the Femininity group, please become a part so that you can get updates and information. And yeah, that is it. I hope you ladies have enjoyed this episode, because I have enjoyed myself talking to you ladies. I love my femmes, and I hope my femmes love me. Until the next time, ladies, I will see my femmes soon.